While most ladies of the disco era shined only in front of the microphone, Janice Marie Johnson succeeded as a singer, musician, and songwriter. In 1978, Johnson and her band A Taste of Honey gave the world their one and only hit, Boogie Oogie Oogie. More than 20 years later, the woman who wrote and sang one of its definitive hits has positive feelings about the disco era.
It was a music that took away the color line. It didn't matter whether you were black or white or whatever race.
Back in 1976, Wild Cherry was just another rock band playing the bars of Pittsburgh. How did they create a disco classic? Listen to the lyrics of their one and only hit.
We would play our usual sets, which was like rock dance stuff, but there was some few black people in the audience, and they would come up and start kidding us and saying, "You white boys going to play any funky music?"
In 1976, while the 15-year-old King was helping her mother clean up at Philly National Records, a producer heard her singing as she mopped.
So he just said, one day I'm going to make you a star.
Within 2 months, Evelyn was in the studio. A year later, that record, Shame, was number 9 on the pop charts. These 7 musicians loved their hometown so much, they named their band after one of its subway lines, the Brooklyn Transit Express, or BT Express for short.
Do it, whatever it is.
Jamal and Dennis formed a new BT Express in 1992. The theme to the movie Car Wash was one of the biggest hits of 1977, and the band was Rolls Royce.
At the car wash.
The youth of today, for some reason, started to grasp the music of the 70s. And all of a sudden, people got interested and wanted to hear the group in the U.S. again.
In an era of dime-a-dozen disco hitmakers, Patrice Rushen stood out. Her biggest hit, Forget-Me-Nots, broke the top 40 in 1982. The song earned her a Grammy nomination for Best R&B Vocal Performance. Her big hit enjoyed a second life in 1997, courtesy of Will Smith.
Got a letter in the mail. The artist Will Smith is performing the title track of this movie called Men in Black, and we've sampled a small portion of your song, Forget-Me-Nots. Check it out, and please have your representation get back to us for a one-time fee. Put the cassette in the machine, and I'm listening to it, and my eyes got all big, and I'm like, oh my goodness. This is the whole song. In fact, it's the original track. I mean, that's me playing it, the whole thing.
Sorry.
And I did not agree to the one-time fee.
More, More, More was one of the sexiest hits of the disco era. Besides singing that erotic classic, Andrea True put her money where her mouth was as one of the top porn stars of the early 70s. Andrea gave up performing in the late 80s when her health failed after years of non-stop work.
I think the lowest point was realizing that I could no longer do everything I used to do.